Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. And today we are looking at Yamu and Spopovich, who recently just got an easy on Global. We are going to do just a base Rainbow Showcase. My links aren't very leveled up on them. I don't have any equips on them. So this is pretty much just going to be a right out of the box Rainbow Yamu and Spopovich that you just farmed up, right? So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his passive and effects. And then we are going to look at the team build, and then we'll jump right into the showcase. So his super attack causes supreme damage, lowers attack and defense, and recovers 7% HP. That 7% HP recovery on super is actually very good, because if you get an additional super, you get 14% HP recovery, which is quite a bit, right? So they're very good at recovering health, which I really like about them. Now, they get attack and defense plus 90% at start of turn. They get 2 ki plus an additional attack plus 20% with each super attack performed. Now, that's an infinite stack, right? It doesn't say like till end of turn or anything like that, or max stacks. So it's kind of unique because he's an infinite stacker, and that normally comes from the super attack effect, but he actually has it in the passive. He also gets an additional 20% defense with each attack received up to 160. He disables enemies' guard when attacking super class enemies. So we're going to go ahead and check him out a little bit. You'll see for potential, I went max combo attack because he's a stacking unit. So when units stack, I like to go all in on combo attack. And you see no equips, and the links are fairly lowly leveled, right? So here's the team build. Now, Yamu and Spopovich, they're like one of those oddball units. They don't really have like a great linking partner. I don't know that they ever will release a great linking partner for him. So basically, the only unit he has 6 links with is himself. Basically, if you have an unawakened Yamu and Spopovich, it's just AGL Spopovich. He has 6 links. Otherwise, his best linking partner is actually Nappa and Vegeta, of all people. So we're going to link him up with Nappa and Vegeta in this video. And we're going to get only 3 links, 3 or 4 links with Nappa and Vegeta. We'll see them when they link up there. So, and then I'm basically just going to run a lot of supports. So I'm actually going to run the 2 coolers on rotation, and then I'm going to be floating this AGL 50% support Rildo. We're going to be floating this Toa, who is a 30% support but has a high chance to be a 40% support. And then this Kid Buu, who can do 50%. So, yeah, we'll hop in and check it out and see what we got here. So we've got Yamu and Spopovich on second rotation, so we're just going to float Vegeta and Nappa off and get them on rotation with them next turn. Yamu and Spopovich are going to look very, very poor on the first few turns, but as they stack their passive, they're going to look a lot better, right? Yamu and Spopovich, they're not a unit that's going to like blow you away, right? They're kind of like the Great Saiyaman, who I also put out a video on. It's like they're a really good, solid free-to-play unit. They're a very easy to obtain, very good, solid unit. Like if you're a brand new player, like these units are great units. If you fully EZA them and invest in them, like they're going to help you a lot if you're a brand new player that hasn't like pulled much on banners or anything. Like they're super solid, right? What I would like to do here, we'll leave Rildo on rotation with them. You can see we're only getting 1 link there. We have to super attack, so the super attack should kill him. Let's see what our turn 1 defense. So yeah, only 77k defense. So that's a very, very bad defensive stat. By the end of the video, we're going to hope to see a much better defensive stat, something that we can at least take double-digit normals, right? That's our hope. With a free-to-play unit like this, if you can take double-digit normals, you're good. So 1.2 mil on the first attack, so that's nothing too crazy. But keep in mind that they are permanently stacking that attack, so it's only going to get higher throughout the video, right? Now, in order to fully stack their defensive buff, they have to get hit 8 times. So it's quite unfortunate because a turn like this is exactly what I would want for Yamu and Spopovich, right? Cooler would probably take a lot of damage there, type disadvantage. We'll just try this. We'll let Toa attack in slot 1. The nice part here is I don't think this rotation will kill him unless Cooler goes crazy with like crits and additionals, but he should stay alive for the next turn here, so we can get Yamu and Spopovich hopefully building up a little bit. Next turn, I don't expect their defense to change very much. It's only going to fluctuate based on supports, but they don't get any defense on super, so they literally just have to get hit a bunch of times to build it. So in events like this, so this is very similar to like how Bergamo works. Where they're very weak defensively early, but as they get hit, they'll build that defense up. So in these long, like Legendary Goku events, you want them to get hit a lot early while the opponent is weaker, so that when you get to the stronger phases, their defense is kind of up to par, right? All right, so we have our rotation set, And we have our 50% support on rotation. Unfortunately, man, we're only going to get hit once here. Defense is 90k. So that's because we added. So the reason why the defense shot up is because we're getting tough as nails. So yeah, they only share 3 links with Vegeta and Nappa, and that's like their best linking partner outside of linking with themselves as an unawakened unit, right? So tough as nails is actually a very good link. I think at level 3 it's 16% defense, and I think at level 10 it's 20% defensive link. So that's a very good link to have active. So we're gonna attack and hope that this super attack doesn't kill him so that we can actually get some of our defensive stacks in. That would be great. We'll see what happens here. All right, 1.6. So that's on the second attack. So that's not like the worst, right? Okay. Okay, you got an additional normal, which is fine. All right, good. This is probably going to hurt pretty bad, actually. 74k for that early. Yeah, that's not that great. But we got our first of 8 defensive stacks. So he's got to get hit 7 more times. So let's hope next time Goku is just attacking a ton, right? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, because kind of what's been happening is like we've been weakening Goku like just enough that then Yamu and Spopovich don't really have much to work with. So I'm going to do something crazy. I'm just going to transform one of the coolers. They're going to have max links. They're going to just like incinerate the Goku. But then at least next turn I can get Yamu and Spopovich up with a clean Goku. Because we're not looking at like stalling out to like get as many stacks as possible. We're going to try to play the event somewhat naturally and just see what he gets to, right? Because sure, I could bring a bunch of weak units and stall, but we don't need to do that. Because if I really wanted to do that, I would just take him into Bojack and just do that stage where like he's invincible, right? So yeah, we'll let Cooler kind of take care of business here a little bit, and then we'll kind of let Yamu and Spopovich just do their thing. Yeah, look at Cooler just chilling at 5 mil. 5 mil, guaranteed additionals, guaranteed crits, no big deal, right? So this Cooler, I just put out a rainbow showcase on him, and he's ridiculous. Like, he is aged very, very well. I mean, it's finally just now getting to the point where you can say he's getting power crept, but he's still really good. Like, when you're running Cooler as the focus against like a Goku or a Hybrid Saiyan or whatever, or pure Hybrid Saiyan, when he's getting those guaranteed crits and additionals, I don't know. I think he's right up there with Super Vegeta, man. Like 5 mil guaranteed crit, guaranteed additional. That's like what Super Vegeta does, and he's considered the best TUR in the game, right? So yeah, he's pretty wild. All right. So we're gonna put Yamu and Spopovich in slot 2 because we'll get 2 hits. Defensively 99k defense, so about 100k there. I don't want Vegeta and Nappa to go too crazy here. And then Kid Buu doesn't need a super attack. That's fine. I think my plan is I'm going to kind of go light on these turns in terms of attack, other than Yamu and Spopovich. I'm going to let them go as crazy as they can. So 1.74. So still not crazy, but I think by the end of this thing, they're going to be up over 3 mil, right? There he is approaching a 2 mil attack stat with the additional. Keep in mind, the thing you might be forgetting is we just healed 14% health on that. Unfortunately, we're taking the super after the fact. Would have been nice to have taken that before. But yeah, we just healed up 14% there, and now we've taken 3 hits total. So we're at 3 of 8 hits taken, so we still got to take 5 more hits to fully stack the defense. We'll check out his defense next turn to see where he's at. And then we're just going to let these coolers go bananas and kill the Goku, and we'll get a fresh Goku for the next turn. When you've got this cooler rotation, the odds of any Goku surviving is very slim. Only like the UI Gokus at the end. And even with type disadvantage, doesn't matter. Guaranteed crits, he's just going to incinerate this AGL Goku. Look at that. He didn't even get to do his additional. So, Cooler's crazy, man. I love that Cooler. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Our defense should be looking better. This is good. We're going to take 4 attacks this turn, so we're going to be almost fully built after this turn. So 138k defense, which isn't like the craziest thing in the world, but he's getting to a respectable level. I think after this turn, he's going to be to the point where normals he's going to be fine even against Int UI Goku. You kind of got to be around that 200k defense range, and I think he's going to be approaching it. Once again, going to take damage here. Ouch, that really stunk because that was type disadvantage. But we're at 2.8 mil attack, and this is going to heal 7% back. If we get an additional... Okay, so here he's up over 3 mil already, and he just healed us 14% of our health back. So that definitely softened the blow. Our health was definitely looking bad there. So here's the thing. I've got to be very, very careful here. We cannot enter a turn at 50% or less health when Vegeta and Nappa come up because he's going to exchange into Vegeta. And when he exchanges to Vegeta, we're going to lose that tough as nails link, and we do not want to lose that. We need to keep that. So I'm going to heal up here for sure. Okay. Oh, sorry. I just did a double take. I almost thought I didn't bring any healing items. I'm like, what? But I had one. I had an 8. I should have probably brought a Princess Snake too, but hopefully we don't have to heal that much. Because as Yamu and Spopovich get stronger, they're going to be a lot safer defensively. It's more like Toa and this Kid Buu are the units that are really going to take a ton of damage, right? The thing is Kid, like, the supports on these rotations don't have a chance to get hit because Cooler's just going to incinerate every Goku he comes in contact with. So here we go. See. Yep. There. Only one attack. Didn't even get his free additional crit. Yeah. Cooler's crazy. Okay. So we've got... This should be, once again, our best attacking turn and our best defensive turn. So I think we're, what, 1 hit away from max defense? Wow, 324k defense. I mean, that's a combination of things, right? So we've got his passive fully stacked up. We've got tough as nails active, and we've got 50% support. So we have, like, everything going his way. But, dude, 324k defense, that's more than respectable. That's, like, legitly good. That's to the point where we're tanking supers, right? So very, very impressed with that, and I think he can stack more. You know what I'm going to do? Just to be safe, I'm pretty sure he only needs 1 hit, but I'm going to put him in slot 2 to let him take 2 just to be certain that we are getting the full benefit of his defensive passive, right? All right, so about 3 mil from Nappa here. Vegeta and Nappa aren't like the most impressive LR, but I really like when he gets into the Vegeta form. I kind of wish that Vegeta was just a standalone LR. Here we are at 3 mil attack. Once again. And we got an additional, but not a super. And yeah, there's the defensive stack. This should do nothing, right? Should be nothing. Yeah, there's Yamu and Spopovich. I mean, 7k, that's basically nothing. It's basically double digits, right? So yeah, now they're fully stacked. So we're going to just keep an eye on their defense. Their defense now is going to stay very consistent. It's just going to fluctuate based on which support we have, right? And we're just going to watch his attack keep going up at this point, right? And once again, Cooler's just going to one-shot this Goku. So this phase is going to be done very quickly. This Strength Cooler, by the way, is my favorite way. 6 mil guarantee crit, by the way, just throwing that out there. This Cooler, by the way, like his basic build is my favorite build for a leader. The way that he is a good solid support unit untransformed, then you can choose when to transform him, lose the support, and make him an offensive god. I really want them, I wish every leader will be built like this. Bojack is also built this way. They almost got it right with Android 13, except his is a guaranteed transformation. You can't control it. If they changed Android 13 to a active skill, then he would be much, much better. I would actually prefer him as like my main Androids leader, right? Okay, so, I mean, yeah, with type advantage here, I feel very confident putting Yamu and Spopovich in slot 1. So his defense did dip quite a bit down to 234. And then Vegeta and Nappa are at 163. So I think we're good here. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and see what kind of attack set. We'll let Nappa get a big hit here. Why not? And we'll get the Dokkan attack. So even if we take damage here, we're going to heal up from the Dokkan attack. So we're absolutely 100% fine here. What do we got for an attack stat? 3.25. Very good. So, I mean, we're on turn 12. So, like, basically, once you're past turn 10, like, they're putting out 3 mil attack stats, which are very, very respectable numbers. He's actually dealing, like, really good damage while healing, right? So, you can't forget about that utility there. 60k from a super from UI Goku is fantastic. So, yeah, he's actually holding his own here real, real well. The thing with Yamu and Spopovich, like I said, they're showing you here that they are a very good unit you can slot in if you need to. I don't think they're ever going to be your number 1 choice for a team. And boy howdy, I did that thing where I wasn't paying attention and Kid Buu just got us slaughtered there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do a cut because we basically had what he did there. And I'm going to be honest, this is my second time recording this video. So I don't know what happened. I recorded it, I clicked stop, and then it just never saved. So I don't know what happened, but I think we definitely saw what he could do there. So Yamu and Spopovich, by the end of the Goku event, they're well over 3 mil. Right, their defense was anywhere from the 230 to 300k range, which is very good. He's healing anywhere from 7 to 14% health per turn. So basically, the final comment I wanted to make on them is they're not going to be the number one unit you put on your team, right? But if you're a newer or free to play unit, they are good enough to run. They are good enough to run if you want to just try something fun on a team. They don't have like the craziest linking partners. I don't know if they're ever gonna they're never gonna release another Spopovich that's like a good Spopovich. I don't see that happening. They're not gonna do a standalone Yamu. Like this is the Yamu and Spopovich card. They're never gonna get anything else in my opinion. And I can't really think of what they would release unless there's just some oddball wonky unit that they just decide to give the same links as him. But it's gonna be really hard to find him a good linking partner. So think of this guy as maybe just like a slot 3, like random little filler unit if like you're a newer player and you don't have an extensive box. Like he's worth farming up. He's definitely useful, and he definitely could be used in potentially like a infinite Dragon Ball history or like an event mission for like corroded body and mind. Like you might be able to get away with him in the legendary GT Goku event for the corroded body and mind requirement, right? Like he might be a unit you could slot in. So he definitely has his uses. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of Yamu and Spopovich. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.